things that happen to our mental health after having a NICU baby, which absolutely makes sense. Grasping onto control. When you go through an experience that makes you feel so out of control, an unexpected early birth, your baby being born early or sick and having to be taken away, being thrown into neonatal care when you weren't expecting it, of course it makes sense that then we don't want to feel out of control again. So we grasp onto whatever we can to allow us to not feel that feeling again. Fear and hypervigilance. We've been through something scary and big and threatening, sometimes life-threatening. So it makes sense that your brain would react in a way where your sense of threat has become enlarged, where we feel like we have to be on all the time to detect threat and to make us and our baby safe. And it makes sense particularly around things like health, your baby's breathing, colds, whether your baby's eating enough, milestones, and sometimes even like bumps to the head and stuff like that. Because most often the thing that people struggle with in terms of their fear, where their fear circles around, is what they struggled with in neonatal care. Perfectionism is something that comes up quite a lot too. And it's not about doing things perfectly, but more about like holding yourself to this incredibly high standard and having this fear of failure, which makes sense. Because if we somehow internalize that we have failed, if we feel like we have let our baby down in some kind of way, it makes sense that we then wouldn't want to have that feeling again. So we overcompensate and we hold ourselves to this incredibly high standard where we feel like we cannot fail them again. There's so much that makes sense. I've got more of these. I'll do a part 2, because I just want you to know that whatever you are feeling makes sense. You're not going crazy and you're not the only one, but it makes sense that our brains would react in this way after what we've gone through, and you deserve support and understanding about that.